Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Charpied. I'm the Executive Director of the Management and Organizational Behavior Teaching Society, and I'm here to take you through our pre-registration process for utilizing our conference program and the Zoom application. Now, if you were a part of our conference last year, vMOBTS 2020, this is not going to be any different. So if you remember how to do that, you can go forward and start pre-registering for your sessions through any one of our three conference program options. If you're new to this process or unfamiliar with Zoom, unfamiliar with pre-registration within Zoom, then stick around and learn how to go about this. It's really simple. There are a lot of benefits to it, even beyond security measures and protocols that we have put in place to enable not just the safety for the organization, but safety for all of you within the conference. But it enables you to build out your calendar, for example, and then be able to switch in between sessions as you see fit. Now, for those of you that were with us last year, it was a really great turnout. It was a fantastic conference. It was a solid program. This year is going to be so much bigger. Last year we had 270 attendees. This year we're looking to eclipse that by quite a bit. In fact, we are slated for this to be our largest MOBTS conference ever. In terms of the conference program, we are 30% larger this year than we were last year. So whereas last year you went through the conference program and you saw 4 or 5 or 6 concurrent sessions in each particular time slot, this year we are almost at 7 all the way through. So you're going to have a lot of options in front of you, but it also means that we on our end need to be all the more certain that the people that are attending these sessions are the rightful people to attend, that they're paid attendees, that they've pre-registered for those sessions. So that's what we're going to go through here. It's going to be really simple. It's going to be really easy to pre-register for any particular session within our conference. Only takes a matter of 15, 30 seconds to punch in your information and you're off. So let's get right to it. Okay, so here we are in our conference management software, and you can get there by going to mobts.org, and you can click on any of our drop-down menus to get there, or you can go directly to mobts.org/conference/2021. Now, at the front page of the system here, you will see that we have programs. And we do always offer 3 versions of our program. They each offer a little bit of a different view and different information. Different levels of detail of each session. So we have our at-a-glance program, we have our full program, and we have our mobile program. Now in most cases, my recommendation is use the full program, and that's going to be this matrix view that you're going to see in just a moment. The at-a-glance program here, this is purely titles. You're not going to get author information, you're not going to get abstracts. This is really if you just want to quickly kind of glance through any kind of titles might catch your eye. Maybe you already know what you're looking for. You kind of need to jog your memory in terms of what room it might be in. This is where it would be. But you can also register, or pre-register, I should say, for our Zoom sessions through this. So every one of these hyperlinks here happens to be a pre-registration link to Zoom. So if I were to click on, say, Bye Bye Millennials, Hello Gen Z, for Wednesday, June 16th, 10 a.m. Eastern. Again, all times listed here are Eastern, so please do convert them. I sent some conversion links in the earlier emails. If I click on that, I will be taken to the pre-registration page. And you can see my name is already pre-populated in there because I've used this before. You can see our logo up there, so you know you're in the right place. But we'll get to this pre-registration process in just a minute after I take you through these other program options. The matrix option here, this is the full program. Now you will see that on the Tuesday, June 15th, we do have an opening session and a newcomer session, and I'm going to get to those in just a minute. But in terms of the bulk of the program, you will see this matrix view here of 7 sessions wide at almost all times here. You will also see in this this version of it what type of session this is. So here we have a roundtable, roundtable, roundtable. We open up these sessions for the conference with a series of roundtables and then a series of exercises. And those are the 2 types of sessions that dominate our program. So what this enables everybody to do to kind of get their feet wet, both newcomers and veterans to the organization and conference alike, you get to experience one set of roundtables and then one set of exercises. And then as you progress through the rest of the conference, you can see kind of what fits your needs, whether it be roundtables, exercises, case studies, PDWs, etc. So after those first two sessions, it is a little bit of a mishmash, and I tried to spread things out as best as possible in terms of having a multitude of options in each scenario, in each time slot. So again, we do have the pre-registration link. Now the pre-registration link in this scenario is going to be the bold link. This italicized link here is going to be for paper information. So we're going to work with the Bye Bye Millennials here again. If I click on the italicized link, I'm going to be taken to the paper abstract, and I'll see the authors and their institutions. Now if I go back and I click on the bold link here, this takes me back to that pre-registration page. And before we get into that, using this full program, I'm going to take you through the mobile program here. Now, unlike most mobile applications, this does not require any download. This is actually going to run directly through your mobile application or your desktop application. Either way, it runs right through your browser. It is best for a kind of a touchscreen design, but you can left-click your way through here if you'd like. So, for example, if I clicked on Wednesday, June 16th, and I want to go back to Bye Bye Millennials here, and we see it in V400. I can click on that. It's going to take me to here, the pre-registration page. And if I click one level deeper here, you're going to see again the paper abstract and the authors and their institutions. So you can just back your way out of this. And again, you can either use a mobile device with touchscreen, or you can use your desktop application. So we're going to leave this now. You've seen the at a glance, you've seen the mobile, but we're going to focus here on the full program. Because again, this is what I recommend you use. Now, pre-registering is as easy as can be. If I wanted to pre-register here for Bye Bye Millennials, I'm going to, in this scenario, here's a little bit of recommendation. As I was left-clicking through these things, I would not left-click on any of these moving forward. Reason being is that you're going to have to work your way back to this full program page. Instead, do one of two things. Either center click on that bold link, or right click and open a new tab. These both achieve the same thing. A center click or right click, open new tab, same exact thing. I tend to center click. So what I did here is I center clicked on Bye Bye Millennials. Now I'm going to go up to that tab, and I'm going to use my personal address here, my Gmail address, because I am the quote-unquote owner of this Zoom system here, this license. I cannot use my MOBTS address. So I already have this pre-populated, Brandon Charpied, btcharpied@gmail.com, and I'm simply going to click register at this point. Now, once you register, that's it. As you saw there, it took a tenth of a second to go through and registered. Now you have a few options on how you bring this into your calendar. You can either click here on Add to Calendar, and you can import it to your Google Calendar, an ICS calendar. That's if you're using Outlook, if you're using an Apple device, or your Yahoo calendar. Alternatively, you can just rely on your email. Now, everything that you see right here on this page was also just emailed to me at my Gmail address. So I'm going to take you to that right now. Okay, so here we are. I just brought up the Bye Bye Millennials email that was sent to me immediately after pre-registering. And I have these two screens side by side so you can see the information. Again, on the left here is my browser. On the right here is my email that was just sent to me. Now, depending on which session you register for, the rooms are labeled V100, V200, 300, 400, etc. That will change what email you receive from. So this was a V400 room that I registered for this session. And so you're going to receive an email from zoom4@mobts.org. Now, don't worry. I mean, if you happen to reply to that for some reason, or you send an email to that, that's going to come directly to me anyway. My email address is brandon@mobts.org. So either way, if you need to get in touch with me, if you replied to that, if you send an email directly to me, it's going to get to me one way or the other. Now, this will obviously be in your inbox. Now, depending on what kind of email system you use, if you're using a Gmail inbox, your Gmail inbox will probably automatically pick up this information and add it to your calendar. If not, or if you want to make sure that you're adding it manually, no problem. You can click on Add to Calendar. This one is going to be the ICS, Add to Google Calendar, or Yahoo Calendar. So if I click Add to my Google Calendar, I'm going to left click here. You're going to see here that I'm going to just open it up in my Gmail account here. I'm going to give it a few permissions. And then all the information's right there. MOBTS Zoom V400 is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting. There it is. Send me an email 30 minutes before, notification 30 minutes before, and I am going to click save. And then as you can see, if I go over to June, you will see here at 10 o'clock, bye bye millennials. And that's all you need to do. Again, that's 10 o'clock Eastern. Your calendars will obviously adapt to your times, and that's actually the best way to do it, is to allow your calendar to make the adaptation to your time zone. And all of my information to access that session is right here. So I would build out my itinerary that way if I were you. We can go back here to that matrix in the full program, and we can do the same exact thing, going through it, whether we want to do this case study with NAC Enterprises, go through Let Them Eat Cake, an innovative approach to teach the valuable skills of self-performance appraisal, etc. Just go through each and every one of these that you would like to attend and register it and add it to your calendar. It's as simple as that, and your calendar will do the rest of the work. Now, I do have one recommendation, is in doing this, if you cannot decide between 1 or 2 or 3 sessions, register for all of those. Even if you want a backup options, even if infographic syllabus introduction activity looks fantastic, absolutely right up your alley, but you just want some kind of a backup option just in case it doesn't kind of meet your expectations, go and register for Creating HR Mini Mock Trials, for example. That way you can switch out of one session and into another, or go back and forth, because if you don't pre-register for a session, you're not going to be able to attend that session. Under no circumstances are you going to be able to get that unique link that is sent to you in order to access the session unless you pre-register. So my recommendation is to go through every single one of these time slots and pick out 2, maybe 3 that you would like to attend, and then go from there, make your selections. Other than that, it's as simple as can be. Again, work with these bold links, pre-register for the sessions, build your itinerary in your calendar, and then we get to see you all on the evening of June 15th Eastern Time for our opening session and our newcomer session, and then throughout the rest of the next 4 days with our full conference program, all the way through the 19th, where we will conclude with our closing statements and award ceremony, and then of course our talent show. Now, if you're a newcomer, do please attend our newcomer event on the Wednesday, Tuesday the 15th. I'm sorry, I had it right the first time. Tuesday the 15th from 7 p.m. to roughly 7:30 p.m. We do have about 90 newcomers, so hopefully you're watching this and you do attend that session. Do please pre-register for that session, and you'll get a feel for who we are and what we do, and meet some of the kind of major players in the organization and leadership, and what we have to offer you and what is coming around the bend, particularly in this period of growth that this organization is experiencing. So that's that for pre-registering. If you have any issues, concerns, comments, etc., please feel free to email me at brandon@mobts.org, and I'd be happy to take you through this process. Otherwise, get to pre-registering, and I look forward to seeing you all. Thanks.